What's up, guys? It's Ian. We're going to do another unboxing video today. I know I always say that I'm excited when we do it, but I am really stoked on this one. It's not in retail yet. It was a Kickstarter. People are just now getting their Kickstarter rewards, which is how I was able to find a copy. I found it on eBay for like $10 over the retail price, which is crazy because a lot of times on eBay the scalpers will just jack the price up 2 to 3 times, and there was a good amount of that, but after a little bit of looking I was able to find a copy for a decent price. Now, I'm a big fan of when companies will take a video game and convert it into a board game. Usually that ends up pretty cool, like Resident Evil 2. I love that game. I love the Resident Evil series, but the board game I love as well. Dark Souls was another good one. Doom was good. Gears of War. Yeah, but this game, it's the only game that I've ever broken in half when I was playing it. And if you are familiar with this series, then you'll know exactly what I was talking about. So the game is Bloodborne board game. Kickstarter started about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, by CMON Games. I don't believe I have anything by them, but they've gotten pretty good reviews on several of the games that they've come out with. It's not supposed to hit retail until, I believe, April is where I'm seeing the pre-orders. And like I said, eBay, they have the scalpers that just jack the price up, and that's for any game too. You know, I definitely have paid more than I should on some games and expansions, but sometimes that's the only way you can find it. So I promised myself I wasn't going to do that. I actually promised myself I wasn't going to buy any more board games, and then I've been keeping an eye on this, and I found it on eBay, so I had to do it. So yeah, once again, that's the box, man. It's just a beautiful box. Very faithful to the artwork. There's the back of it with a nasty glare. You know what? Let's do this, man. I'm gonna take the cellophane off. The annoying thing about unboxing videos is whenever I get a new board game, I'm like, I just want to open it, but I know that I'm gonna want to do a video of it. So here we go. Use that without the glare. I remember when Bloodborne came out, my buddy's like, dude, you gotta get it. It caught my eye because I love horror, and it's a horror themed, like gothic Victorian style theme. And I had no idea. I'd never played Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, and so I had no idea on how challenging, for lack of a better term, more like intentionally rage-inducing. But so I got it, and I remember I was ready to get rid of it the first day because I was like, what the hell is this? But that's also the only game that I've ever gone through and gotten platinum on, which I don't do the trophies. I don't care. Like, I just want to play the game. But that one, I wanted bragging rights. So if any of you guys are familiar with Bloodborne, yeah, I platinumed it. Pretty proud of that. I still think I haven't played Dark Souls 1 or 2, and I haven't beaten 3. But I still think that Sekiro is probably the most challenging game I've ever played. You know, they're From Software. They like to put out challenging games that there's no easy mode. You can't select easy mode, which is good and bad. Actually, you know, it's good because it's not for everyone. And I will say that playing those games, there's some memorable boss fights that I will never forget. Especially in Sekiro and all that. I mean, I played Bloodborne when it came out 2015, and I still remember playing through it because of how memorable the boss fights were. I have a bit of a temper, so those games are probably not the best for me to play. And I've actually just said to myself, I don't need the stress. You know, Demon's Souls just came out. If I ever get a PlayStation 5, can't say that I'm going to play it because, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. I want to play games to have fun, and those games are fun once you like get it down. And it's all about patience, and you have to learn the boss moves and the strategy to take them down, and it is like it's such a rush of endorphins after you've beaten one of the bosses from one of these games. Sekiro stands out especially because I remember one of the bosses, man, and I tried beating him for like 3 days. And I'm the type where like I'm stubborn and hard-headed, and I will not give up. And I remember fighting I forget what his name was, Genichiro or something like that, for Sekiro, and it took me like 3 days, and I finally did. And I was like, see, I mean, so that frustration and that challenging aspect of it definitely is rewarding, but I mean, it's a pain in the ass to get there. So I can't say that I'll ever play another one again. But enough talk. Let's crack this bad boy open, because I know I say this about a lot of games, how excited I am, but I really am excited for this one. Very, very much so. Alright, so we got some, I mean, the whole game is just beautiful, and it's gothic scenery. Like, I don't know. I want to get the art book for it. Some more of the art book there. It's the Blood-Starved Beast right there. And we got, those are werewolves, although that's not the name of them in the game. So, and that is the Cleric Beast. I mean, the artwork is just gorgeous on it, so that's very cool that they put that on the sides there like that. Steamforged Games did the same thing with Dark Souls board game, and I think that's commendable. If you're going to have a board game, that's based on a video game, you want to have the same artwork to translate the same atmosphere and whatnot. So, looks like we got our rule book, some more really gorgeous artwork there. Look at that, he's got his mask on. See, this is actually based on the COVID outbreak. Some more artwork in the game. So the rule book is 28 pages long, including the back. And I, on the Facebook group of this that I'm part of, people have just been like really saying good things about it. So I'm looking forward to getting into this for sure. I would say I'll do a playthrough, but I've said that for like 4 or 5 games now, and I don't know when that's going to happen. So got some tokens here. Okay, it's coming out of the punch board here, but we got top. That's really cool. That's really cool. So we got some tiles here. Looks like we got more tiles. There's a bunch of tiles. And this follows up, if you're familiar with the game, this follows up to the Blood-Starved Beast, and then the expansions. They have one for Bergenworth, the Unseen Village, Canehurst Castle, Forbidden Woods, Murgo's Loft, Hunter's Dream, and Upper Cathedral Ward. Now, some of those are Kickstarter exclusives, so you're going to have to go with scalper prices if you want to get all the expansions. And I'm the type where I have to get all of them when I get a game. So I actually had the opportunity to buy an all-in, and it was just too much money that I didn't want to drop right now. And I'm learning not to be impulsive with my spending. So I was like, I'm just gonna get the board game. Apparently, there's four campaigns. That's pretty cool. Once again, very faithful to the game itself as far as artwork. So I can do this without damaging the box. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that, yeah, these are the miniatures. Looks like we got Father Gascoigne, if you're familiar with him. And that's when he turns into the werewolf dude. I really hope that I'm not going to paint these, because I still have some that I'm painting. I love painting, but it gets kind of old after a while if we let it all accumulate. Yeah, these are well sculpted, faithful to the video game. We got a choice of 4. I believe that's Ludwig's blade on this one. Yeah. This would be cool. This would be cool to dive into. Yeah, okay, so here's that's pretty badass. Cleric Beast. Yeah, look at that. I say I'm not gonna paint these now, but yeah, give me a couple hours. I don't even remember the name of it. Vicar Amelia, I think, is the name of this one. And of course we got the Bloodstarved Beast. This is one of the hardest, easiest bosses in the game. Cause like if you get it right, you can take him down like super easy, but halfway through like the fight, he like you know, and can take you down pretty quick if you're not careful. But if you do it right, it's pretty easy. Got these they're from the Cathedral Ward. So we got the mob of the infected guys. And the big ogre dudes with bricks that bash your face in. Some more wolves here. And I don't remember what these dudes are called. But looks like there's a good amount of content. I believe there's 4 campaigns in this one alone. And for every big box expansion, like Canehurst, The Forgotten Village, Upper Cathedral Ward, and Forbidden Woods, and Bergenworth, those all have 2 campaigns, which I'm not sure how long those campaigns are. But you know, I'm hoping that this will keep me busy for a while. I'm gonna jump on the rules for this very, very soon. Looks like we got some character boards here. I don't know what these are, but cool. And looks like we got a bunch of cards. Cleric Beast. Looks like it's the deck for the bosses. Okay, so we got, for example, Fall of Old Yharnam. Yharnam is the city that the game is set in, and you go to Old Yharnam at one point. So I guess that, you know, for example, that card right there will give the introduction and tell you. Okay. So actually, there's 4 decks of cards here, and each of these is a campaign, I guess. Long Hunt. That's pretty cool. That's good that there's more than one campaign in it. I'm excited about that. Secrets of the Church. And if you're not familiar with this game, it has just an incredible amount of lore, and how it is with most Souls games is it's very obscure, and this game is no exception. Like, the lore, pretty much you have to learn the story through reading the descriptions on items and whatnot, and which I had no idea. I remember when I first started the game, and it doesn't tell you anything about it. But it was such a joy to go through the game and kind of like learn the story, and you know, after putting 250 hours to it, I haven't played it in years, but that was my last. Pretty sure that's how long it took me to play it and platinum it. I feel like I had only scratched the surface in it, because it's just so extensive with its lore. Got some more cards here. You have to excuse me if I'm rambling. I didn't really sleep a lot last night, so I'm drinking some coffee. My buddy just got me a coffee grinder, so I grind the beans up. Oh, it's amazing. I'll never go back to pre-ground coffee. Consumable. Bone marrow ash. That was one of the items in the game. Yeah, just some more little Rex cards, and looks like we got our last one right here. Bloody Crow of Canehurst. So that is very cool. I understand why they had to do multiple expansions, because in order to fit the entire game into a board game, it's too big. You wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, if you guys have played it or you're familiar with this at all, let me know in the comments. And I will try to get to this game quicker than Aliens. I still haven't tapped into that. After I did the unboxing video for that, I had to put all the characters together, and then I've just had a bunch of stuff that I've been doing, which will be coming out soon. I'm excited to show you guys that. I'm not going to say any more about it. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone is staying safe. And if anyone is playing any other games that I should check out, you should let me know about it, because I'm always down to check out new games. There's a couple more coming out this year that I want to get. Resident Evil 3, the board game. There's one called Dawn of Madness that looks really good. Wave 3 of Kingdom Death Monster is supposed to come out this year, but we'll see, because when it says it's going to come out this year, it's usually a year or two behind. But that's my absolute favorite game. It's worth the wait, and it's worth the price you pay now, and then you don't have to pay. You go on eBay and you look up anything Kingdom Death, and the base game itself is $400, and then there's 12 expansions. They all went out of they're out of print right now until they print more, and the price is just insane on those. So yeah, I don't know, excited for that one to come out. But yeah, I will at some point do a playthrough. I need to get a better camera to do some playthroughs. I've been playing through Gloomhaven. I had Jaws of the Lion, and then I just cracked open the big box. I've been playing that. That's a fun game, very fun. It's a card game. It's a dungeon crawl. It's a role-playing game, and if you're not familiar with it, there's a bunch of characters you can do, and your character can retire, then you start a new one, and you don't know what your character looks like, because each character has like a little box with a figure, and then pretty much like an envelope-shaped box that has all their stats and everything in it. And there's like 99 scenarios. Gloomhaven's great. I understand all the hype. It's fantastic. Sequel's coming out, Frosthaven. I believe it comes out in March. I will be picking that one up. With COVID last year, I had a lot of free time, so I just kind of went overboard with board games. Yeah, got a couple there I haven't even played yet. So, but it just makes me feel good knowing that they're there. Makes me feel good. Just puts me at peace. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Once again, Bloodborne, the board game, not the video game. This is the board game. Bloodborne, the board game by CMON Games. First initial reaction is it looks pretty fantastic. So yeah, I'll do an update at some point. But you guys be safe, drink more coffee. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.